nothing will last forever, technically, in your perceived reality. It might last forever in the concept that everything is happening right now and there's no time or space that's actually real. But in your perceived reality, things change. People come in your life and leave your life. And I'm going to try and repeat a conversation that I had with one of my friends here on this horse farm in, oh, hello, in Italy last night. And I was just in tears. I've been in tears a lot the last 24 hours because it's all coming, yeah, I know, to an end here for now. Like, we're all talking about coming back, and that's another thing that's just a side note is like it's so nice to be so welcomed somewhere, and the people who own the place here have just been like, please come back, like make this your home base and you can come back whenever you want. And to have that feeling of like belonging somewhere and having like this family that's not technically my family, it's just so amazing. And, I shared yesterday that we all got matching tattoos, little sevens with like such a sweet meaning to it. And so for us to really start parting ways now for this chapter of life, at least, is really, really sad. And so I'm trying to follow my own teachings of letting go of attachment to this whole thing right now. And so my friend here who was talking to me last night when I was just in tears after they left, she's like, because she's been traveling a lot, it's like people, when you're traveling and in life, you cross paths and then you all go your own ways. And sometimes your paths will cross again and sometimes not. And sometimes people just really stay in your heart. And that one really got me. That one really got me because it's so true. It's like you can really feel like, maybe it's past lives or some people are just really meant to have an impact on you. And feel your feelings. And that's been here. And so to leave my home in California and to go on to this journey of being here in Italy, living in my van with my dog and traveling, all of Europe, not just Italy. It was really, really hard. Like, you guys have been with me for half of that 6 months, and I've been sharing every day on here the ups and the downs and the lessons. And what was really hard was not having community. And to find this, like, which is so much more beyond anything that I've ever experienced before, it's just been so wonderful. And to really, just feel a part of something. And to now have to let that go and to trust that this is wonderful and that the next thing will be wonderful in its own way too. And to just hold this near and dear to my heart forever and ever and ever. And so, oh, you guys got to see all those horses back there. And so that's kind of the message today, is just being present in what you're experiencing now. My friend was talking about how she had all this money and then it was lost. Like, it some bank issue and it was lost. And it was so perfect in what she was talking to me about with, letting go of this right now and saying goodbye and knowing that if it's meant to be, we all cross paths again. It's the same thing like with that. It's like one day you have all this money and the next day you wake up and like something can happen and you don't. It's the same thing with loved ones, anything can happen. Anything at all can happen on earth. And so just to really, really, really cherish each moment. Like right now, I'm just cherishing this moment of standing here with these beautiful horses and knowing that I'm going to go down to the farm, the house, my van, and get to see my friends still and get to hug Arlo. It's probably super windy this side. And that I am working on my van today, and that soon I will have a door that is back on my van because the door, as we know, came flying off. But I have solar now. My battery charges when I drive now. Like, we're fixing the water leak, the mold issue. Like, everything is coming together today and tomorrow. And so what a healing experience. Like, not only for me and my, my heart, to feel a part of something. Physically, I feel so much better. My skin has been like much more clear since being here, which is interesting because there's like mold in my van, and I've been very sensitive to mold. Uh, but also like just to see the other physical manifestation of my van coming back together. And so everything is like, those little, I think they're Asian, like those little boxes that are in boxes that are in boxes that are in boxes. Everything is just a manifestation greater of what's going on. And so when I could see how this experience put together my van, like it found things that were broken and wrong that like I didn't even know, and then they were fixed, and it was so fun and like loving, and it was such a communal thing to fix them. Like we all would just hang out as, two of the guys here would just put on the solar and fix all the other things, and we would pull up chairs and just laugh, and so healing can be intense, but it doesn't always have to be. It can be like a really beautiful experience too. And I know that's really opposite of like what the healing community says, because it's true. Like healing emotionally, physically, mentally can be really tough. You're digging and digging and digging. But that's why I love brain retraining, is because you're infusing it with positive, high vibrational things. It's a different approach rather than just like going deep and being like, what did my mother say to me when I was 5 that made me so fucked up? It's more like taking a high vibrational feeling, acknowledging the thing that, you want to rewire within your mind, within your existence, within your field, and then choosing that. And so even though all these things were literally falling apart, my door on my van is flying off the hinges, it was all infused with a lot of love and high vibrational stuff because of the environment that I was in and the people I was around. And so what would normally be so overwhelming to me, and like I don't know how I would have handled this if it had happened on Malachi just staring at me right now. If this had happened on the road by myself, like, and I was still dysregulated from other things that were happening before I came here, I don't know how I would have handled it. It wouldn't have been the same experience. And so to choose love, to choose joy, to choose presence, and to just immerse myself fully as being me and allowing myself to be me, it has been such a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I hope that you find something in this message for you too. And like when I say being me, that was part of this healing journey too. I've talked about there was one person who had a hard time being here because of things that they were going through, and they didn't like me for reasons that I couldn't control, and that were just literally just things about me that I cannot change. And so that just had me really learn that lesson. Everything has something for you. And so when that was happening, I was like, well, I just need to be me, and the right people will connect with you for being you. And so I was the most silly, the most goofy, the most, just all the things that I haven't been since like being a kid with these friends of mine here. And it was so nice. And that comes from being vulnerable. We were super vulnerable. We sat in the full moon ceremony that I had people do here, and we were really, really vulnerable. So we would laugh, we would cry, we would dance, we would ride horses, and we would fix things and solve problems and just come together in all these ways. And so the real message is just nothing lasts, though, and to be okay with that. And what my friend was saying last night is, again, like, you go your separate ways, but also there are highs in life and there are lows in life. And if you're in a low right now, like I was when I was in Spain and my van wouldn't start, and I don't really speak Spanish, I don't speak French, that's what my insurance is all in, that felt like a low. I was like, how am I going to do this? I'm in a foreign country. What have I done? I bought a van that doesn't work. And that felt like a low. I was really, really having a hard time that day. And, I feel like I've been experiencing a high right now. And I'm not saying that I'm going into a low next, but it is what it is. And just riding life, just allowing it to be the experience and to just feel it all, because that's living. And to reflect right now for a moment, when I was in California and I decided to come here, it was It was good, but it was so steady, which like some people really crave, but it was the same thing every day. Gym, work, walk Arlo, dinner, bed, and like socializing as well. But it was the same thing every single day. And this, like I've talked about, is just so novel. It's so new. Everything is just so vibrant and alive. And it's helping me heal because it's changing my brain. Travel and changing your environment, changing the things that you do, just your patterns in general, taking a different route home, it changes your brain because it makes you go on a different path, like open different neural pathways. And so that's why, to me, traveling is so healing because it shakes up my brain in the ways that it was stagnant and operating before and holding on to things before. And so maybe it's time to change something. It can be big, it can be small, but it will have a significant influence on your life because it always, always does for me. And so if you want to join the 21-day program for rewiring your nervous or rewiring your mind, healing your nervous system, and stepping into your chosen timeline, you still can. We're on day 6 right now, but if you sign up today, you just select the Calendly link, go to May 21st, and then I'll send you all the material up to date, and then every day I'll send you the new video. You can go at your own pace for the 21 days. If you have any questions, you go ahead and comment them on the YouTube videos, the links that I'm sending, and then I will respond there. And so I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me. This is another part of my life that just feels like such a high. We're almost at 4,000 of you on this channel, which is like incredible to say. New Year's Eve, around New Year's Eve, I made the decision to start showing up here on this channel every day pretty much, and it's been such a beautiful healing experience in its own. So thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging with my channel. It really helps, for liking this video, for commenting, and subscribing if you're new here and you want to see more of this. And I will see you in tomorrow's video.